did you get brought to this point where you and Lynetta met?
Well, both of us had previously been married and had several long-term relationships, either before or after that. And neither of us had really found everything we really wanted. And in fact, I'd say the most important thing we wanted was somebody who was really on the spiritual path, who was doing their inner work. That was probably the most important to both of us, and why we both left previous relationships. And in fact, I remember when I had a previous relationship that was ending, I looked myself in the mirror and I actually said, you know, you're a great catch. I literally pointed at myself. And I said, if it's not this one, it's going to be somebody better. And the one I'm going to have is going to be both loving and powerful. Now, I had loving, but what I really meant by powerful was somebody who was totally willing to do their inner work, to look at everything, not do any finger pointing, and own all the inside stuff as their own, and then be willing to address it. And you know, certainly willing to support each other. And I honestly, when I made that declaration, I didn't know what that would look like, but I just decided that's what I was going to have. And there was another relationship I had before I met Lynetta, and it was nice, but it wasn't on this level. And in fact, I was planning on staying with this woman. I was with her for about 1.5 years, and it was a lovely relationship. But then my intuition started telling me that I had to break up with her, even though I had no reason I could think of. It was a lovely relationship. There was nothing wrong. We got along great. We had a good time together. But I had this nagging thing in the back of my head that just kept saying, no, you can't stay with her. And then finally, at one point, I woke up and there were literally tears in my eyes because I realized I needed to break up. And I told her we needed to stop seeing each other, and I didn't know why. And she's like, is there something we can work on? And I told her I'd be lying if I knew why. We just have to stop. And I hated it because it was just lovely all the way around. And I was kind of a madman for a couple months after that. I was kind of really kicking myself. Why did you do that? There was nothing wrong. She was lovely, you know, everything. Yeah. And then 2 months later, I met Lynetta. And then I understood why I had to break up.
As you grew into an adult or a teenager, tell me about how this affected relationships for you.
Right. So as I grew older, I was attracted, what I call, attraction, because, when people say there's chemistry or attraction, I've really looked into that because I was attracted to only guys that were really dysfunctional, like alcoholics, addicts, guys that go to prison, and I'm like, wow, it was one after the other. And that attraction I had, now I know that attraction comes from wanting to have the patterns of my family and replay those out again. And in a way, trying to resolve it through this new person, thinking that I can fix this. I can make this better. If I'm a really good girlfriend or wife, then he will change.
I had never, you just like knocked me over with a